Elizabeth Bathory, the woman who came to be known as the Blood Countess, was born into Hungarian nobility in 1560. She is said to have suffered from fits and outbursts of rage, possibly even epilepsy. From an early age, she witnessed her father's officers torture the peasantry that lived nearby her family's estate. Most historians' analysis of the Countess includes a young Elizabeth as witness to a captured thief being sewn into the stomach of a dying horse and left to perish. This story underscores two major aspects that may have influenced Bathory: exposure to incredible violence and a family's condoning attitude towards it. Accounts depict her penchant for inflicting pain on others and claim that she worked with accomplices. One may have been her husband, Ferenc Nadasti, and others were members of her court. Nadasti married Bathory when she was 15. A soldier, he spent much of the time away from home. There was speculation that Nadasti may have taught his wife new torture methods, while other researchers believe he was ignorant of her actions. What's agreed upon is that Bathory practiced most of the crimes in his absence. Bathory had a penchant for torturing young girls in particular. Historians posit that she was bisexual. The acts she committed ranged from driving needles through her servants' lips and fingernails to leaving her victims naked in the snow, dousing them with water and letting them freeze to death. One servant girl was beaten by Bathory, an accomplice, for stealing a pear. The clubbing was so bloody that Bathory had to change her shirt. The girl was beaten for hours and stabbed to death with a pair of scissors. She stuck young girls in spike-lined cages and hung them from the ceiling. She also enjoyed putting red-hot coins into servant girls' palms. She also thrust pokers into the fire and used them to burn her servants' faces. To top it off, she also tore off the fingers with pincers. Following the suggestion of her husband, Count Nadasti, Elizabeth smeared servant girls in honey and put them outside for a day so they would be bitten by bugs and stung by bees. Elizabeth was reputed to have bitten her female victims and sucked blood from their wounds. According to some stories, she forced one young woman to cook and eat her own flesh and may have partaken of human meat herself. She also bathed in her victims' blood. Inevitably, this led to rumours that the Countess was a vampire. This legend was first published in 1720 by a Hungarian priest who interviewed local peasants and read testimony from the trials of Bathory's accomplices. She reportedly claimed to use the blood to keep her skin young. She wanted to remain beautiful for her husband. The official testimony of Elizabeth Bathory's murders, which is still in Hungarian archives, is both questionable and convicting in nature. Late in 1610, Elizabeth's cousin conducted a raid on Bathory's castle. Inside, there were already dead victims and some were imprisoned, supposedly awaiting death. Bathory's accomplices were arrested and put on trial. She never was. These testimonies still survive. These testimonies are questionable because they were most likely culled from acts of torture inflicted on Bathory's own accomplices. But the fact that there are even trials regarding Bathory's murders lends some credence to the stories surrounding the woman. From the testimonies, the number 650 was settled upon as her victim count. One witness testified that Bathory kept a registry of her crimes. None of this testimony amounted to a trial for Bathory. Instead, she was walled into her room with just enough space for air and food to pass through. She spent the remaining 4 years of her life there until she was found dead on the floor in 1614. Her bloody life, whether exaggerated or factual, had come to an end, and Bathory entered the realm of legend.